Kia ora, this is video 2 of making X the subject. This is very much an extension video for Year 9s, and this is a request from Daniel. And just one more time, thank you for Dr. Austin Maths for her great worksheet. In this video, I'm going to do these 6 questions. They're all ones where we've got X on both sides, but to get X back together on one side, it's not too difficult to see what to do. Okay, so to watch this video, you must be good at solving equations with X on both sides. Right, let's go. A is 4X minus 8 is equal to AX. I think I'll turn off the sparkly pen and we'll switch to one color. Okay, there we go. So 4X minus 8 is equal to AX. I've got four lots of X here and I've got A lots of X here. So I'm going to get those all on one side of the equation. Doesn't really matter which way you go, but I'm going to pop the X's to this side and the other stuff to this side. And I'm going to work quite slowly here because this is a Year 9 extension video. So my first step here is going to be to subtract AX from both sides. That leaves me with 4X minus 8 minus AX is equal to 0. Now I'm going to add that 8 on to both sides, and that leaves me with 4X minus AX is equal to 8. Right, here I've got 4X minus AX. I'll factor out the X and I get X times 4 minus A is equal to 8. Now the reason I've done that is that I want to have X on its own, and so I need to somehow combine these terms with X to take out the common factor. Sorry, I've just got a little bit of background noise, but I can't help it, right? So we've got X times this, right? X times 4 minus A is equal to 8. So I'm going to divide both sides by that, and I'm left with 8 divided by 4 minus A. Okay, so that's my answer for that one. We've got X as the subject because we've got X equals blah, blah, blah. Note that there are no X's on that other side. So if someone tells you that A is equal to 5, you can substitute it in there and you can work out a value of X. Okay, right, on to question 2. Sorry about the background noise. Right, where's question 2? Right, AX equals B minus CX. Okay, so in this one, I've got A lots of X here, and I've got take away C lots of X here. Again, the strategy is to get all my X terms to one side and all my other terms to the other side. So I'm going to add CX onto both sides. I have AX plus CX is equal to B. Take out the common factor here, which is X. I get X times A plus C is equal to B. Lastly, I'm going to divide both sides by A plus C. So we have X is equal to B over A plus C. Okay, that's the first couple of questions done. Let's have a look at this one. So this one's got brackets in it. So I think the first thing that we're going to do here is we're going to expand the brackets and then proceed as before. So 2 times x plus 3 is equal to bx. So we can expand this and that will give me 2x plus 6 is equal to bx. Now we've got the same thing that we kind of had before. Now it doesn't matter which way we go here. I'm going to again get the x stuff this side and the other stuff over there. So I'm going to start by subtracting bx. So 2x minus bx plus 6 is equal to 0. Subtracting that first. Guys, I know there's some slightly faster ways to do this, but I want to show you step by step. Next, I'm going to subtract 6 from both sides. So I have 2x minus bx is equal to negative 6. I'm going to take out my common factor here, so I'm going to factorize, and I get x times 2 minus b is equal to negative 6. Now I'm going to divide both sides by 2 minus b, so I get x equals negative 6 over 2 minus b. And that's fine, right? Because now I've got x equals blah, 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 and notice there are no x's on this side, right? So we've isolated the x so that if someone tells me what b is, I can work out what x is. Now, that's fine. To me, that looks a little bit ugly because we tend not to like negative signs, but that's all right. The other thing I can do is I can times the numerator and the denominator by negative 1. So watch what happens if we do that. Well, negative 6 times negative 6 times negative 1 gives me positive 6. and here I get b minus 2, right? And that looks nicer. So negative 6 over 2 minus b is the same as this. They're both fine, okay? You totally can leave it like this one here. Okay, the next question is a minus bx equals dx minus a. Here we've got x's here and we've got x's here. I'm going to combine, which way am I going to go here? I think this time I'm going to do all of the x stuff this way, and I'm doing that because I've got a takeaway here. So I'm going to add on bx to both sides. So we start by getting a is equal to dx minus a plus bx. Now I'm going to add a on to both sides. That gives me a plus a is equal to dx plus bx. Cleaning up the like terms here gives me 2a, and over here I get x times d plus b. The last step is the same as before. I've got x times this number here, d plus b. I'm going to divide both sides by that, and that gives me 2a over d plus b is equal to x. Okay, so that's that question done. Right, I've got 2 more to go. I'm just going to go back to the very start and find them for you so you can see we're working our way through these questions, and we've done this one, we've done those 4, and we've got the last 2 left. And you can see that both question E and F have got brackets in them. So usually the first thing I'll do in that situation is that I will expand, just like I did back up here. But this time I've got brackets on both sides. It doesn't really make any difference. It's not much harder once you've got the basic idea down. Okay, so we've got 4 times x minus 2y is equal to 3 times 2x minus y. Expanding gives me 4x minus 8y equals 6x minus 3y. I'm going to combine the x stuff. Now the way I'm doing this is I've got 4 here and I've got 6 here. So I'm going to get it to the side where the x's are starting off bigger. I'm going to take 4x off both sides. That leaves me with negative 8y is equal to 2x minus 3y. Now I'm going to add 3y on to both sides. You don't have to draw those arrows, but that might help you just think about what we're doing. We're doing the same thing to both sides of the equation. So negative 8y plus 3y is equal to 2x. Negative 5y is equal to 2x. That gives me x is equal to negative 5y divided by 2. Okay, so that's that one done. And we've got one last question. I'll just find myself some more space. Let's see. Right, so P, where's that gone? Oh, there we go. Sorry guys, so P times x minus b is equal to q times x plus b. Again, we're going to start by expanding. We get px minus pb is equal to qx plus qb. We'll get the x's together. I've got px here and qx here. Doesn't really matter what I do. I think we'll do x's this way and we'll do other stuff that way. So px minus qx minus pb is equal to qb. Next, px minus qx, add this to both sides, is equal to qb plus pb. Factorising this side gives me x times p minus q is equal to qb plus pb. Lastly, we're going to divide through both sides, and we have x is equal to qb plus pb over p minus q. Right, so we're done because we've got x. Let me just see, where has it gone? We've got x on this side, and then over here, let's just find a different colour. We've got 3 different variables. We've got q, and we've got b, and we've got P, but we haven't got any X stuff on the right-hand side. So if someone comes along and tells you P is 2, Q is 1, and B is, I don't know, 573, we can take those numbers, we can put them in here, substitute them in, and that will give me the value of X. All right, that's all for video 2. Thanks for watching. Video 3 is the hardest yet, and that will be not coming tonight, that'll be sometime tomorrow.